Hi everyone, it's Danny and today's video is going to be a get ready with me, and I'm just doing sort of a simple makeup look with a bold lip, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the eyes yet, but you'll see and I'll figure something out, and hopefully it will be a nice autumn look that you guys can recreate quite easily. Okay, so I'll just get started, and the first thing I'm going to use is the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer in Protect, and I got this because it has the SPF 30, so it's really good to use as a little bit of sun protection, because even though it's winter I used a lot of exfoliating acids on my skin, so I still need to protect it. So I'm just gonna dot that around my face and massage it in as I would with any other primer or skincare product. And this product's really nice because it feels really cooling and hydrating on the skin as well, so it just makes your skin feel really nice and prepped for whatever makeup you're going to put on top of it. And I feel like it just smooths out my skin really nicely, so I would use this even on days where I'm not wearing makeup, just to smooth out my skin and give me the sun protection. By the way, excuse my hair, it really needs a wash and I'm washing it tonight, so I didn't really want to style it too much. And anyway, next I'm going to be doing foundation, and I'm using the Revlon Nearly Naked foundation. I stopped using this for a while, but I do use it every now and again now because it's really lovely and it's just a really nice light coverage foundation from the drugstore. So I've just shook it up and I'm just going to pour a little bit onto my finger and dot it around my face. And it's really annoying that this doesn't have a pump, but I can cope. So I'm just going to be buffing that in with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, which is just a really great brush for foundation. I think I like it more than the buffing brush at the moment. And I cleaned my brushes thoroughly last night. I did a real deep clean because I usually just use my MAC brush cleaner after every use for a couple of weeks and then do a deep clean, and they feel so clean and nice, and I just love using them when they're really clean, but I'm just too lazy to do it all the time. Okay, so that's foundation done, and then next I'm going to use a corrector, and this is the Bobbi Brown corrector in the shade Peach. I think this is slightly too dark for me, but because I put concealer over the top, it doesn't really make too much difference. And I'm just using this under my eyes and around my nose. And under my eyes I just pat it in rather than like smudging it. For my concealer, I've been neglecting this quite a bit lately, and it's the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I absolutely love this concealer, but I just stopped using it for some reason and started using my Bobbi Brown one, but I need to give it a bit more love. And my skin's quite good at the moment. It had a bit of a bad patch, but it's gotten better. It does seem to be getting a few rashes, and I'm not really sure why. I think it might be eczema or something, or just because it's really cold and it's getting really dry, but I don't know. It's really annoying, so if you've had that before and you know how to stop it, then do let me know. And same with the concealer, I just pat it in. And with my concealer under my eyes, I've started focusing it on just this inner bit, because this is the bit which gets the darkest. And the darkness in the other areas just seems to get covered up by foundation. Okay, so that's my base pretty much done, and then I'm just going to set under my eyes with my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder, which has hit pan really badly, and I'm going to use that on a Real Techniques setting brush. And just pat that in. And then for the rest of my face, I'm going to take my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder, and this smashed yesterday and I'm so sad, so I'm going to have to buy another one because I can't take this anywhere, but if you can see, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just going to use this really carefully all over my face. And I'm just going to sort of pat it in. Oh, and this is a Real Techniques powder brush. Okay, so now face is all done, I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I'm going to use the Hourglass brow sculpting pencil, I think it's called. I always call it the arch pencil, but it's not. So I'm just going to brush through my brows with the spoolie end. And my brows are really overgrown at the moment, but can't really be bothered to do anything with them. And then I'm just going to fill them in with the pencil end, and I have the shade Dark Brunette, and this suits me a lot more now that I am a dark brunette. And then I just brush through my brows once I've filled them in, just to get rid of any excess powder or pencil, whatever. And then I just set them in place with my e.l.f. brow gel. Well, it's a clear mascara, but this is the best one I've found pretty much. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to face, and I'm going to use my NARS Laguna bronzer for something other than a mirror. I'm going to use the powder to contour a little bit, but not too much, just sort of warm up the outer perimeters of my face. And I'm going to be using this brush, which is from number 7 I believe, and it is their powder blush brush. And I really love this brush for applying bronzer and blush, because it's just the perfect itty bitty size to fit my cheeks. And then next for blush, I'm going to be using the Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in Exposed, and this is such a gorgeous pinky, dusty, browny shade, and I just absolutely love it. It's quite subtle, which I like. It just gives a little bit of colour to the cheeks without being too much. So if you're going to America, or you live in America, you can get your hands on this, then I definitely would recommend it. So that's it with the blush, just really subtle, and then I'm going to apply my Celestial Powder in Candlelight by Kevyn Aucoin just to the tops of my cheekbones with the same brush. Okay, so a technique I've started using lately is to do my lipstick first and then my eyes, because then I can see sort of how much eye makeup I want to pair with the lip. So for my lips, I'm going to be using the NARS Satin Lip Pencil in Luxembourg, and this is just a really pretty deep pink colour. It's almost a raspberry pink, and I'm just going to align my lips with this and then fill them in. And because it's a pencil, it's just so easy to use because you can line them so easily and get a really good precise line. And I find that although this colour is bright, it's really great for the autumn as well as the summer, because it does have that slight deep berry tone to it, which I really like. So for the eyes, I'm just going to keep it really simple, and I'm going to be using my Naked 2 palette by Urban Decay, because I have been neglecting this quite a lot lately. And first on this eyeshadow brush by H&M, I'm going to take the shade Suspect, which is this shade right here, and apply it all over the lid. And I'm just going to blend it out with the same brush as I go along, just to avoid any harsh edges. I am going to be putting a colour in the crease, but this just helps it all to blend a lot better. Okay, so now that's applied, I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to take the shade Tease, which is this sort of mid-brown shade with a slight bit of taupe in it. And I'm just going to put that in the crease. focusing on the sort of outer corner, and blend it all out. And then once that's done, I'm going to take the tiniest bit on the tip of the brush and just put it on the outer corner of the bottom lash line just to make it a lot more seamless. And I'd really recommend this brush if you are starting out with makeup or you have quite a small budget, because it's only about $2.99 or $3.99 and it's just amazing at applying eyeshadow and blending out eyeshadow and doing crease eyeshadow and things like that. And then the final step is mascara, and I'm going to be using the Revlon Grow Luscious mascara because this is just my favourite at the moment. It adds so much length and volume but doesn't look too fake and unnatural. And I'm going to apply a little tiny bit to the bottom lashes. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed it. It is quite summery, but it has a little bit of an autumn twist because it has slightly more muted berry tones to it. So I really like it and I hope you do too. Like this video if you liked it, and all the products used will be in the down bar along with all my links. And do make sure to leave a comment with any of your questions or your views on this makeup look, and I will try to get back to you. The comment system is really weird and I'm not used to it, and sometimes I don't see your comments for a while, so I will try to get back to you, and if I don't, I'm really sorry. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. My next video will be a lookbook, so look forward to that, and then I will have a few drugstore recommendation videos. So do subscribe to make sure not to miss out on them, and I will see you next time. Bye!